What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and today I'm going to be discussing how you can use your 80 overall team leaders to turn them into 86 overall team leaders, and you can get more than one now and possibly get that OBJ a lot faster. But I'm going to go through it really quickly and give you some background to what's going on. Pretty much right now, the whole team leader situation is this. For each team, it's 5 team leaders, and then after you complete a sequence of solos, you can turn one of those guys into 86 overall. But now EA Sports is going to allow you to use 8 of any of the 80 overall team leaders you have to get an extra 86 overall. Now, let me just explain to you what's going to happen. It's not designed for you to speed through it to get that OBJ, okay? Pretty much these are the team leaders for each team. You have the NFC and you have the AFC. Right here we're looking at, you know, the NFC. I chose Buchanan because of his 86 speed. I also chose Barr because of his, height and speed. It's up to you what you want to choose. And for Panthers, I chose Bradbury. But what that set is going to do is it's going to give you the opportunity to get another player turned into an 86 overall. Because obviously, when you do the solos and the elite version of the solos, you only get the option to get one 86 overall. So because OBJ, in order to get the OBJ, you need 16 of the NFC pennants. And what the pennants are just collectibles. Let me go to my binder and show you what I'm talking about as we continue to break it down so that we can have less questions when that time comes. Where can I find it? Where would it be? It's supposed to be some... Okay, hold on. Let me just go to... The program should just be team leaders. Where? Okay, there it goes. All right, so these pennants... Where are they? Where are they? Okay, these... You need 16 of these to put into the set to unlock OBJ, right? And in order to get these pennants, you have to have all 5 team leaders in your lineup, all right? So the 86 overall, obviously, if I've already done all these other ones and I have all these 80s, I can put these 80s into a set to kind of jumpstart it and get to the, the elite level of having 5 team leaders, which is needed for the solos. Let me go ahead and break it down for you with the solos. These are the 2 sections, the AFC team leaders and the NFC team leaders. Now, you can see that I'm pretty much, I'm focused on the NFC because I want that OBJ. But this is what it is, right? In order to do the first tier of these 16 solos, this is the regular base. You have to have up to a tier 4 chemistry, which means you need 12 players. Just any 12 players for the respective team that you're using. In this situation, it'll be the Seahawks. So I'm tier 1, so I have 4 players. I have 3 players from the Seahawks in my lineup right now, okay? When you go down to this section, which is the elite, in order to do all 3, you have to have 5 of the team leaders, okay? So obviously, if you got, you've already done several sets like I have, you're going to have enough to get an 86 overall version, but you also get one 86 overall version from doing these 3 solos, okay? But before this, only thing that this set is going to do, it may help you with like 1 or 2 to speed it up. But ultimately, they made it 8 so that it kind of offsets it because you only get 5 for each team. So for every 2, you get 1. So you're not going to really be, doing much, but it will save you having to get a gold token and stuff like that because, it's just easier to, go through it. And if you want extra players from the same team, to be honest with you, it's only a few teams that I even considered looking to try to get more than one of the 86 overall. Obviously, with the Vikings, Barr is that user guide that I use a lot. You guys should know that at this point. So we can go ahead and look at some of the extra players that you would probably want to use, to get an extra 86 overall. Because if you look at them, they show you go to it. Okay, Kyle Fuller, Amos, maybe Amos. Because Amos has an 86, 88 speed or something like that. But you know what it is? I'm doing Mutt Master. So eventually, probably within the next 3 or 4 days, I'm going to have Sean Taylor. I just have to get those Mutt Squad games in. And that's pretty much it. So I don't know if I should do that just to get it. But Amos is a stud right now. If you go through them, you can see right here, like a lot of them don't really have more than 1 that you would want. To be honest, because Dak Prescott's throw power is horrible. Scandrick is, whatever. If you like Byron Jones, maybe with the Eagles, Bradham. I don't Sproles, no. Like you could get an 86 over Coleman, maybe. Coleman probably, yeah, Coleman, I could see Coleman because Coleman's a glitch at 90 speed. Buckner, Hyde, maybe Reed or that Staley. But you could get the idea of what's going on. There's not a lot Eli Apple, people said he's good, but I don't really, you know, I'm not really buying that. Tate, Quinn, Wagner. Packers, you have Cobb, Perry. You know what I'm saying? Montgomery, maybe, again, because his 81 overall card was pretty good. Bradbury, I got already. Kelvin Benjamin is very, very slow. The Johnson, no. Maybe Quinn here. Todd Gurley, I don't need a running back because I have, you know, LaDainian Tomlinson. I have the level master completed. He's maxed at 93. Terrell Pryor Sr., maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at these, there's not, I'm very, well, Frank Clark, absolutely. I'm going to get him. But I don't know if I would get Averill also. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that I'm saying. So, and then Hunter has no strength. He has speed, but he has no strength. And in this game, you need strength to get off of the line. So, you know, there's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration. I don't even want any of the Bengals after the way they've been playing. I don't want to look at their leaders. I don't think they have any leaders on that team. Well, Andy Dalton is the bum. Is he one of those guys? Oh, no. Andy Dalton is a terrible, terrible quarterback. Okay, Buffalo, I don't know what they're doing. The Broncos, no. Maybe Roby, probably. Maybe Roby. You know, the Browns obviously has Myles Garrett, but I already have him because I had the rookie premier card. Chargers, no. Gates is still a team leader. He's so old, though. Adai? Nah, I'm good. CJ, Tamba Ali, maybe. Nah, he's kind of slow. Alex Smith, possibly. Davis, Moncrief is kind of... Moncrief is a burner, but isn't he gone now? Isn't Moncrief on the Patriots? I don't know. Jay Cutler, no thank you. You know what I'm saying? So Miles Jack, maybe. But when you look at a lot of these things, it doesn't really... It's not a lot of cards that you'll say. Maybe Solder. Maybe. It's not a lot of cards that says, yeah, I got to get that one. Maybe Emerson. Put Emerson outside or something like that. The Ravens, like I said, there isn't a lot of things that are going to make you like, oh, yeah, I need two of the same team. So it's pretty much maybe one or two guys. If you wanted that running back, if you wanted Coleman, you know, I just don't see it. But those are all of the team leaders. And you can just get an 86 overall of any of those players I just showed you. And then you can actually put it into your lineup and help you to not have to go through getting gold tokens and stuff like that. But it's up to you how you want to utilize it because, like I just showed you, there's not a lot of good team leaders. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm going to tell you guys honestly what's going on. I'm not going to hype it up if it's not something that it's supposed to be because I don't think that that's fair to you guys. So if I don't use the players and I think that they suck, I'm going to let you know that they suck. And that's just what it is. That's why you guys watch my videos, and that's why I appreciate you guys coming through and watching them because you guys... You know, even if you don't agree with my opinion, you understand where I'm coming from, and that's all I can ask. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can ask. It's pretty much, it is what it is. So if I'm not going to use any of these guys, like I use Deion Buchanan, you know what I'm saying? But I start CJ Mosley because he's an 87, but you know, I use Anthony Barr. I use the Bradbury. So I'm going to recommend those guys. Other than that, I don't know, you know, and the Myles Garrett is a stud. And the one thing I was talking about as far as the strength goes, that 91 strength, you're not holding him back. And that's why I told you also I'd want the team leader with Frank Clark. Because you can see his strength is 82, so obviously it goes up. Strength is a major factor on the D-line this year, and it really, really shows. And you'll see when you start playing head-to-head with some of these guys, it's really, really serious business. So just so you understand that and you know that, you know, it is what it is. At that point, you have to make sure that, you know, you have linemen that are strong. Don Terry Poe, his strength is huge when it comes, you know what I'm saying? So make sure that that's something that you guys are looking for as far as, you know, D linemen and stuff like that. It really, really matters. But like I showed you, the team leaders, I'm not really excited about a lot of them. If you don't see them right here, like I said, I'm doing the Seahawks next for my next team leader because I want to replace this Frank Clark right here. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. That's my assessment of most of the team leaders. It's a great set if you want to rush through and get that OBJ. And like I said, you have to complete those, you know, 16 of them anyway. And then after you complete the 16 solos and the elites, you're going to go ahead and you're going to come over to the section right here. And then this is where you'll find the NFC Master OBJ. And you may be able to skip one or two by helping you out and save a little bit of coins. But ultimately, you're going to need 16. So either way, you're going to have to grind it out. And that's the way you're going to get OBJ. But I'm just letting you know, when you put your other ones in the set, you know what I'm saying? Because I think they're now also eligible for the flashbacks. Well, for team tokens, right? I think they might be. Let me see. I got to see. I think they updated it to make it be eligible for, you see? Yeah. So they updated it. So you can either use them for that or you can use them, you know, to actually get a team lead at an 86 overall. With the flashbacks that are available right now, the only good one, to me, in my opinion, Barry. That's it. I don't care about the wide receiver from the Patriots. I'm not concerned about all that. I'm just going straight off of Barry's stats. If I can right now, I'll show you, if they have any available on the auction house, I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's very, very simple to me what I'm looking for. And as far as what Madden 18 is, I just wouldn't, like Julian Edelman, I wouldn't spend that coin on him. I just wouldn't do it. Barry's a goon, okay? This card right here, outright goonish. It's just outright goonish with the zone coverage, the man coverage, the play recognition. He's a glitch. And he also has a power up 4 tier, I believe, right? You guys could go power him up as well. And if you don't know what the power up tier is, I'll show you really quickly. But this is what I'm saying. If you want to go through it and take the shortcut to get OBJ, go ahead and do it. But just understand that there's other things that you can do with those 80 overalls, like get flashbacks and stuff like that. So you don't have to do it. And you don't have to just play the solos. Grind it through, because it's gonna be a much better situation for you. Trust me when I tell you it's gonna be what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the Chiefs. He should have an extra tier 4 now, right? Yeah. So now he's tier 4. Okay. So he has that pick 6 cam. He has all the other things. So if you were one of those guys that wanted to actually continue to upgrade him, just keep in mind he becomes NAP, non-auctionable, not non-tradable. All right. So now you've learned so much from this video. You can figure out how you want to do it. But again, you could quickly get to getting that OBJ, but by skipping maybe 1 or 2 and saving some coins with the gold tokens and the silver tokens, because you need gold and silver tokens to make any team leader. So if you can use your 80 overalls that you've already done, you could just make, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to make all 5. You could just make, you know, whatever 3 or whatever like that and skip and go through the solos, because you need all 5 of these guys to complete the elite version of every solo, which I just showed you with the 16 and the 3. So that's the way you can get OBJ really quickly. I've also showed you how you can go ahead and put them in the sets to get flashbacks. If there's any other questions that you have, whatever you want to do, you want to pick my brain, you know how to do it, leave it in the comment section. I'll get right back to you guys, man. Appreciate the love and support. Let's keep growing. Subscribe, share. GmiasWorld. One love.